Pop Topics.
And it was really fun. I had a very unique and a very special occasion about 2 hours before this show. It was about 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago? You didn't even tell me about this.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't tell you
tell me.
about this. I had my very first caffeine-induced anxiety attack while listening to Kendrick Lamar.
So let's break that down.
I literally almost passed out.
Kendrick's new album just broke the Billboard Hot 100. It's called Damn.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah. Damn, period.
Damn, period.
All caps, damn.
So you had your caffeine-induced anxiety attack. What does that mean?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why. Because I don't want to brag, but, like, I drink a lot of coffee.
You do. You're a big cold brew guy.
So I'm not a cold brew guy.
You could be a cold brew guy.
I'm an iced coffee guy. This is where I find out there's a difference. Was a couple hours ago.
Okay.
I get a cold brew at Starbucks here on campus for the first time ever.
Shout out.
I get me my Trenta. This is a secret menu tip for you guys. They make 30-ounce cold drinks.
Off menu.
So you think Venti's the biggest for a cold drink. Wrong. You can get a Trenta, which is 30 ounces. I usually get a Trenta iced coffee, cream and sugar, light on the cream, shot of espresso.
Okay.
This time I get me a Trenta cold brew.
It's been sitting in its own filth.
Sugar and cream, light on the cream, shot of espresso.
Wow.
And the lady looks at me and says, "Have you ever had a cold brew before?" And I said, "No, I usually just get iced coffee." And she said, "The cold brew is a lot stronger."
What made you change today?
Because I saw they had a sign in there that said the cold brew, and I've heard about that a bunch, and I had never had it, and I always get iced coffee. I was like, switch it up, same price.
So you did it for the gram.
I did it
you
for
did it for the story, for your brand.
I did it for my glands.
Ooh.
And my taste buds.
Did it for the glands.
Did it for the glands.
Hormones firing.
And so I get it, and she warned me. She's like, "It's a lot stronger than a regular iced coffee." And I was like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing here, okay? You chill out. You make me my cold brew, okay?" And so I get it, and I'm walking around campus, and I'm done with it, and it's almost like the second I got done with the coffee, DNA comes on. Kendrick's new song, DNA comes on.
It's a good song. I'm
going to play it. This first song I'm going to play at the break. It's a gas pedal. The entire song is a gas pedal. And so it's like that song comes on, and that song already kind of gets me going. And this cold brew, I got. That's part of the song. It's going to be really funny.
That was. I enjoyed.
I don't know why they make this stuff. This stuff is lethal.
Now,
I'm surprised that more white girls and youth pastors haven't been passing out into the suburbs everywhere.
Speaking of white girls, Crystal Duncan on the Facebook Live right now, facebook.com/5051 radio.
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin.
Yeah.
She just said the same thing happens to her. Don't ever drink cold brew, period, ever, period.
It is so strong. I cannot stress to you enough.
Is it in your, maybe it's genetic? Because I've had cold brew.
Maybe.
I'm okay with it.
But have you had?
But I'm on Adderall all the time.
Have you had cold brew like Starbucks? Cold brew?
No, not Starbucks. I've made my own.
That's the thing. But they make it a different way. Like they put stuff
do they?
in it.
Does it have crack in it? This
I
coffee's
think
so good it has
actually.
crack.
So
Shout out Scrubs.
I'm walking around on campus and I feel it like impending doom and recognizing that I'm not a real person, and like all of the anxieties I've ever had in my life just come to my head at the same time, and I'm literally shaking.
You're like the black silhouette man that's falling in the Mad Men intro.
Yeah, I'm literally falling into oblivion, and so I realize that my vision's leaving. Like I was genuinely starting to lose vision. I was getting literal tunnel vision.
That's ridiculous.
And that's happened to me once before. I've passed out once before, but that was because when I was 14, I worked in a factory, and the shipping guy explained to me how catheters work, and that's why I fainted.
So even the thought
I literally fainted. This is the only other time, and I knew that was about to happen, so I sat down on the bench right outside of the Todd.
Right.
And I take out my headphones, and I just sit there for a minute, and a girl, an art hoe, is walking out of
you
Todd.
love them. You love them.
Now, I love me some art hoe.
You love an art hoe.
And I started to get a little intimidated because
She's eating hummus.
She was a pretty girl, and they do that to me. So the three worst things in the world are happening to me all at the same time.
Right.
I'm overly caffeinated. I'm listening to Kendrick, and there's a art hoe walking my way, and I feel as vulnerable as I've ever felt.
She probably felt vulnerable because your gate probably picked up at least 10 clips, and you were just running at this point.
I'm just sitting there thinking, like, what's my problem? And she looks at me and she was like, "Are you okay?"
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be fine. Keep going." That's why I was like, keep walking. And so I'm just sitting there. I sit there for a second.
I need to know. I'm having an existential crisis. Girls is over. I don't know what to think anymore.
I don't know what to do.
Shout out to Girls. Shout out HBO. Shout out Used to Be Sundays. She's probably just She thought about you. Look at that. You made someone come out of their own shell.
And she was like, okay, I'm going to walk. She walks away. I just sit there. I close my eyes. I start breathing deep. I didn't have any water. I couldn't drink any water. All I had was this cold brew. And then I just get back to where I'm back. And I just realized, like, either I don't need to drink cold brews anymore or I have sucker stuff inside my DNA. And I'm not really sure which one it is. But it is certainly one of those. Maybe it's a combination of the two. For all those white people out there, do not drink cold brews.
Your brand is frailty.
At the same time.
I think it's fair. Don't drink the cold brew. Don't see an art hoe.
Don't do it. Don't do it. So I almost died today, and it was fun.
Nice.
And I'm looking forward to doing it again sometime soon. Mm-hmm. But never have I felt more vulnerable in my entire life.
You are different with stimulants than I am. I've noticed.
Yeah. Well, we just have different. I mean, our brand is stimulants.
Our brand is stimulants.
But
like
we
this
just have different ones. Like
yeah.
you're an Adderall guy.
Yeah.
You're a
medically sanctioned.
Right. He's prescribed.
Medically sanctioned. I've been on these brain drugs though lately.
And I get grandfathered into the prescription.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that Bandera, Texas blood.
Right.
It's that Rhode Island blood.
We love us some amphetamines.
I love them.